Ooh, Mira Mira sounds pretty good.
It's awesome.
Also, it's 11 o'clock straight up. It's KPFK Los Angeles. We're at so many frequencies, it's going to take me a half hour to say
It's
them.
like a mouthful now.
I know. 90.7 FM Los Angeles, 98.7 FM Santa Barbara, 93.7 FM San Diego, 99.5 Ridgecrest, China Lake, and heard all over the web at kpfk.org. And our special in-studio guest, all the way directo de Mexico City, is Madame Récamier. And she's here in studio. She's got 3 more shows left here in the Los Angeles, Southern California area. She's got she has her CD, Chocolate, which you can get online on iTunes. But why not get the real thing? Have Madame sign it for you. Do you do that kind of stuff?
Yeah, of course. In Mexico, people like twit me, asking me where they can get the record, and I sell it at this store in La Roma in Mexico. But also there's people like from Zacatecas or Acapulco or Mexicali that want the record, so I sent them personally the album signed by me to their house. Like, they make like a deposit, and I send it.
How cute is that?
Well, because you have to pay the
Exactly.
el correo.
Yeah. And we were talking right now about how it is, how going on a solo career is versus performing with an artist of the caliber of Alex Sintek. When you were working with him, he's obviously the limelight. Now you have the spotlight. It's on you now.
Yeah, so. But my spotlight it's much smaller. I mean, I was behind him for more than 2 years, just seeing these thousands of people cheering for him, and I was like, man, okay, I think I'm gonna do this now. I want this too. So you start to measure like where you want to go, what kind of artist you want to be, what do you want to do. So it's like now or never. And sometimes people were like, why are you leaving him? You're crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I think I should do this.
It's like breaking up with a boyfriend that you've been going out with.
Yeah,
especially one with a steady paycheck, huh?
The first week, I was like, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? And I cried, and I was like, oh my God. And then suddenly it was like, no, it's going to be okay. You do your stuff.
Hear that, everybody? Everybody needs to go down in force this coming Wednesday and tell Madame Récamier that she made the right choice. And scream and scream.
Just
like 500 people screaming.
You know what? I would see that as like, Madame Récamier had like the opportunity of going to university, and now she graduated. That's the way I would see it. She had 2 years of
it was a good school.
Yeah, of an amazing school. She earned her master's, and and now everything she learned in that school she will be applying to her solo career. So if anything, it's the university.
Smart and talented. Usually somebody's in the books and they're smart, or somebody's out in the clubs and they're talented, but you're smart and talented. It's a good
the University
combo.
of Alex Sintek.
There's much more from where that came from.
All right. Well, we're going to hear another song from this CD. This one's called Ordinary Boy.
Is that one in English, Madame?
That one's in English.
What's this current craze about Mexican artists singing in English?
I know that's kind of polemic sometimes. People are like, "You're Mexican. Why do you sing in English?" I grew up in Houston a few years, and I grew up in Milan, and I went to an American school over there. So English was my first language for a few years, and I used to always write my songs in English. And this album was actually, okay, I gotta write songs in Spanish, but I didn't want to leave out the English part because I like to sing in English, and I think it's fun, and I don't know, I just wanted to do it that way. So
now, is this Ordinary Boy somebody you met in your life, or is it just a mythical ordinary boy?
Well, no, he used to be my boyfriend. I actually wrote that song to him, but we broke up, so now it can be like any ordinary boy. Sometimes you write songs for someone because they inspired you to do it, and then you're like, no, now it can like apply to anyone.
She did the Taylor Swift thing, write songs about boyfriends and ex-boyfriends.
Well, he was my boyfriend also Mira Mira's video is out, and Pam 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 as well. You can look it up in YouTube.
Where do you shoot these videos at? Well, like, for example, Ordinary Boy, where was that shot?
Ordinary Boy was shot at my grandfather's house. It's a family house in Mexico City, and they're going to sell it. And I just didn't want to, I don't want to sell the house, but my grandfather does, and everyone's going to miss it. And I just wanted to remember the house and like have it somewhere. So I said, let's do the video here. So the video is more like Madame Récamier's house, and we did like all these sets in the whole house, and it was fun. And
Mira Mira.
So it's going to be remembered in that video.
Oh, good.
And Mira Mira was in a park, and also in the studio in the set of the Bluehead Films. That's the company that did this video.
And where is that? What city are we talking about?
That's Mexico City. All of this in Mexico City. And the director actually, he's the one who contacted me, and he's like, I want one of your songs for my short, that his short movie. So I gave him a song called No Dudes, and I was like, okay, I'll give you this song, but why don't we do a video in exchange? And I thought it was going to be like this really small video, and he was like, no, let's do this great video. And I was like, okay. And it turned out awesome.
Oh, great. We'll have to see those on YouTube. Yes. Madame Récamier, right here in studio. And here we go with An Ordinary Boy.